Right. I won't waffle until somebody appears live. Well, I appreciate that somebody may be watching this or listening to this later on. I'll just mess about in the meantime. Trouble is, not a lot of room in here. Not a lot of room. It's a bit of a house of cards in here just now, because I don't have proper storage space for a lawnmower, which is here. I'll let you see it. Turning around? I'm not turning around. What I think I'll do, dodge into the house, I'll plug in a Wi-Fi extender. Which is this. I wonder what the best place for this is. Yeah, possibly just where it was. Switch that on. This little antenna out. Should have decent Wi-Fi out to the greenhouse. Okay, hello anybody who's looking, thanks very much for looking in. You can see where I am. Guess where I am? Yes, you got it, in my greenhouse again. And the reason I'm in my greenhouse is, if you can see there, yeah, it's a bit wet outside. It's dripping in through the top. A bit of a nuisance. Hello. I've got a few things in here. If you want to have a look around first, I'll show you a look around just to let you see how bad it is. I've got a few cuttings. Excuse me, I'll turn around so you can see the greenhouse. A few cuttings of succulents here, which I took about 3 weeks ago, to let them dry up before planting. And I think by the look of that one, it's very adequately dried up. When you're doing succulent cuttings, generally you let the cut end dry so it doesn't rot when you plant it. But some coa is growing that my granddaughters and I planted. A few other succulents, mainly succulents because they survive on their own pretty well. Hello Ann Adams, thank you very much for looking in. And Weird and Wacky, hi again, thanks very much. I assume you like greenhouses if you're looking at this. That's me. This is my greenhouse. Let's go back to the greenhouse again. Yeah. A few things that are growing. That Easter cactus, just about flowering. A few other things. Things that are mainly here are the succulents that have been here for the winter. They have survived. Hello Katha Pranganam, thank you. And that one astronaut. Hi, thank you for looking in. Yeah. This thing here was an odd one that I found in Morrison's supermarket a few months ago. I just couldn't resist it because it looked like bunches of grapes at the time. These little flowers were green as grapes, and just like the oval variety of grapes you get. So I just had to buy it for £8 or something like that. It wasn't too bad. Just unusual, purely unusual. I like the unusual. So anyway, yeah. So I'm in the greenhouse today because, hello Joycey. Oh dear, that's a pity. I think you need something to settle your guts, Joycey. And Toby Merrick, of course you can get a shout out. Thanks very much for looking in. Please give me a thumbs up or something. Go to my channel, give any of my little videos a thumbs up. Look for the link for my main channel. This is my nutty channel where I just have anything in it that I fancy. I think I've described it as, this channel is that drawer in your house where you put anything that you think might be useful. You don't want to throw out buttons and clips and old pens that don't write anymore and things like that. Anyway, so today I went to the cheap supermarket, ALDI, and I saw this. I can never resist a little bargain. That's one thing I can't resist. The other thing I find difficult to resist is trying to save a plant that's on its last legs. This one's not on its last legs, and it's Basil, as it says on the thing, to put on your pizza. So what I'm going to do is, I've already started, I'm cheating actually here. What you can do with these is you can take them out of the pot. Right, let's do it. Take it out of the pot. You put your fingers over the soil and the plant, turn upside down, give it a little bit of a squeeze, and it all comes out like that. You know, people buy these in the supermarket and put them in a pot as they are. They don't do too well, they just die. But what you can do is divide them up carefully, and you end up seeing what's happening here. What the grower has done is put a whole lot of seeds, maybe 20 or 24 seeds in the one pot. And they will never all survive like that, they just end up dying. So what you can do is carefully separate them out. Mind you don't squash the stems when you're doing it. Separate out the roots a little bit. I've done it already with some over here. This is Blue Peter style. Here's one I prepared earlier. And you just pop them one at a time into a small pot. That's something else. So that's what I'm going to do with the rest of these. And it's not necessarily the case that the biggest is the one that's going to survive, because they've got more leaves to supply with water and the roots may not be up to the job. So plant them anyway, but plant all the small ones and see what happens. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I will need to divide them up, and I will need 2 hands for this job, so at some point that's what I'm going to do. I'll need to prop this up somewhere. Hi Rooster Bean, thanks very much. I hope you like my comment, indeed, my content. Have a look at my other channel, which is the one I really am trying to build up, which is about hiking and travel all over the world, mainly Scandinavia, Europe, you know, and Scotland, especially Scotland, which is where I'm based. So yeah, but yeah, this channel I actually quite like myself because I can put anything in it I like. Right, let's prop this up somewhere, see if I can make it so I can see what you're saying. If that's possible. Where can I put it that's useful? iPhone doing it. I'll do my best to set it up so you can see see what's happening. Right, can't see enough there. Let's take it down a bit. And now you can see exactly what I'm doing. Excellent, that's better. Hi Okamanchi, my friend, thank you very much for looking in. How's the sound? Can you hear me reasonably well? Can anybody hear me fairly well? I'm going to get on with this just now anyway while you're watching. So I've got a few pots. This is a reasonable size one. I'll use that perhaps for one of the bigger ones of these. So all I'm going to do is carefully divide them up a bit like this. I may lose one or two, I may break a stem or something, not the end of the world. It only cost me 50 pence. And perhaps these two divided, yeah, it's not bad. Now that's a good one. A lot of roots on this one. A few dead leaves, I'll just pinch those leaves off because they're no good to man nor beast. Maybe even that one can go. I'll leave the rest. It's all to the good if there's less leaf cover. It loses less water if there are fewer leaves. But it does need some to get some growth on. So I'll put them in there. Handful of peat-free compost. Put it in there. Tuck it in. And I'll use the pot that they all came in. Pot for one. So I kind of half fill the pot roughly. Take another one like this one. There's a tiny wee one there that can just go. And the way I would do it, right, the peat is like half filled, it's at an angle. And I'll just put that in like that, lying on the side of the peat. And then just gently fill up the hole with the rest. Stand it up a little bit as I go. Like so. Top it up a bit and tap it down. And that's two of them pretty much ready. Great. And I could do more. I've got a lot more I can get from this. I've got a reasonable size, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 6 or 8, something like that in there that I can still do. And what I'll do, I think, is maybe keep those for another time. I'll pop them into this bag, put some water in beside them just to keep them moist, and then tomorrow I'll do the rest, I think. I'll perhaps put these outside in the rain, in the new pots as well as this. Make sure they get a bit of wet. Right, that's a lot I've got so far. Put that in beside them. If they're kept moist, they'll be fine. They'll be fine until tomorrow, and then I'll do the rest. And I'll finish off, I'll put a cover on the top, probably one like this. Stick that on the top tomorrow, make sure they don't dry up. And after a few days, maybe a week, they'll start to grow a bit more. And I'll be quite pleased I've spent 50 pence very well. But now, it's time take you off the bench, like so. Hi botanical garden friends. Thanks again for looking at. Right, back. I should work at a reasonable height rather than bend over onto a small table. So that's it from me. I've got my little plants to put outside here. I'll put them outside and then I shall go in and have a cup of tea, do a bit of editing of some YouTube stuff for my other channel, which I'll leave you a wee note for here, which people can have a look at if you would, and maybe subscribe, bring up my subscriber numbers and view time a little bit. Let's dash out in the rain, put this somewhere sheltered bit where it'll get some wet. Oops. I'm afraid the garden's looking terrible this year. I need to spend time in it. Haven't had a lot of time. And this is again tomorrow's task. Turn this round. There you go. So tomorrow that's going to go into these will go into a trough for the front garden. These can all just sit here in the rain, it'll be good for them. And that's about it, I think, for now. Yeah, we'll do more tomorrow. I don't know if you can hear the birds singing, but there's a blackbird up there. Can you see it? Let's see if I can zoom in on it. Can you hear the blackbird? It's enjoying the rain. But I'm not, I'm going inside. Oh, I get too wet. Brilliant. Oh well. Turn this round. Thanks very much for looking in. Everybody who looked in and who chipped in with a comment or so, that's really much appreciated. I hope, Joyce, you managed to get your gut problem sorted out. Rice water, boil some rice and then take the water from the rice and drink that. That's supposed to be good for that kind of thing. It'll settle you down a bit. Medical advice is totally free. Right, thanks again for watching. Bye bye. Hi Anna Wondered. Thank you very much also for looking in. Much appreciated. Yeah, well, that's good. That's good. Where are you looking in from? Just out of interest, are you in the United States or in Britain or something? Have a nice day as well. Okay, I shall make this public anyway as soon as my hands are clean. They're a bit dirty just now. So I'll wash my hands and I'll make this public. Ah, Scotland as well. Excellent. And everybody can watch. Thanks again. Much obliged.